mind to talk a minute? Was this what you was planning? Be honest, you want it. Come on, get up, I want it. Hands full of innocence, touching you when I sin. Admit it, you've been with it, knowing this is committed. At first it felt so wrong, they wanted us no more. The love we have held on, there's nothing breaking us up. Steady wanting what we want, homie, you're just enough. Let me take your hand and run. Carefree, I'm falling in love. Two island girls in love, two island girls in love.
Up there, TriTri gang, it's your island girls, and we are back with another video.
Yes, welcome back to our channel, you guys. If you're new, you already know what to do.
Don't forget to hit that subscribe button,
and don't forget to turn on your post notification bell so you can be notified every time your beautiful island girls post another video.
So we are back by popular demand. 2 videos ago, we told you guys to put baby emojis under the video if you want to hear the story time on how we almost got pregnant, specifically me. Because obviously I'm getting pregnant first before my wife. But yeah, we literally got this close, y'all. This close, and you know, God just said, hey, I got better plans for you. Right. So right now is not the time. And we took it, was like, okay, God, you got it, you know, we'll put it in your hand.
Before we get into the story time, if you guys do not follow us on our social medias, links will be on the screen as well as down below in the description.
So make sure y'all follow up because we are so active on our social media. You know, that's where we post the latest news of everything and just stuff like that. So go ahead and follow up, guys.
Alright, so now to the story time. I'm gonna go ahead and
kind of emotional one, y'all. It's an emotional one.
I'm gonna go ahead and rewind back. So, you know, for those of you who are new and don't know, I used to be in the military. I was in the army, and I got medically discharged about a year and a half ago, or two, maybe a year and a half.
Oh, and sorry to cut you on, babe, but real quick, just so you guys know, you guys are basically the first ones to know about this story because we never really told anyone the true,
not even family,
the full like true story of behind it, you know. And it's something that we just kept to ourselves for a while, but you know, we decided like, hey, you know, why not let you guys know? Because once we do start our journey of our pregnancy journey, you know, obviously you guys are gonna be in on the scoop and everything like that. So consider yourself special, y'all, because y'all are literally the first ones we're telling about like the whole shebang. So
all right, guys, so I have to put my drink down because it's gonna get real interesting. So like I said
grab
earlier,
a snack, y'all. Right,
we're gonna go ahead and rewind 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago. I don't know how long ago, I'm not too sure about that, when I was obviously still in the army.
4 years.
So we were at a shoe store with a friend, right? And we came across this guy, and I'm telling you, this guy had like beautiful hair, beautiful eyes, you know. His shoe game is on point. And mind you, we didn't really know this person, right? Like, we didn't know much about this person.
You know, it's like when you walk into the shoe store and they greet you like, hey, how you doing? You know, let me know if you need any help. He was that person.
He was. So you know, we ended up seeing him there, and you know, it was just like small talk. Like, he was just helping us find some shoes, you know, giving good customer service, saying, you know, if you need anything, just let me know.
Right.
So then eventually him and our friend ended up actually exchanging like numbers, you know, as like friends, you know, I'm guessing, or whatever. Because you know, I know our friend is a lesbian, so obviously, you know, I'm not thinking like, oh, they're trying to holler at each other. Yeah. And then
but she was a big sneakerhead.
She's a big sneakerhead.
Like us, and so was he. Yeah. So I figured they were exchanging numbers because he was gonna be like the shoe plug, basically. Right.
So I'm just letting y'all know. I'm giving y'all the spiel on like how we came across this person.
How everything came.
So I'm gonna go ahead and start. I'm gonna go back to my story, okay? So I'm letting y'all know how we met. And then I think it was like weeks later. I know for sure it wasn't days later. It had to be weeks later. Me, my wife, and our friend who was at the shoe store with us, we ended up going to a gym, right, to go hoop. You know, we're just shooting around here and there, and then I think we ended up playing a game with them. We ran like what, a couple games with them. I'm not too sure.
So he ended up going to the gym because our friend, like we said, they exchanged numbers. So she hit him up like, hey, let's go hoop here. And you know, she was always with us, like, so we ended up going to hoop there, and then he met us there at the gym. So that's how he got there.
Well, he was a former military person as well, and he goes there every week to hoop. He told us that when we started, you know, talking again to know each other.
Which is weird because we always hoop there, but we never came across him.
Yeah, I don't think we, because when we hoop, we just go there to hoop. We don't go there to observe people or whatever, right? So we were there, and then we just started, you know, exchanging. Well, yeah, we eventually exchanged numbers.
Eventually, yeah, but we're not that far yet.
Yeah, but we more so exchanged numbers to like hoop. So like whenever he was trying to hoop, he was gonna call us.
And y'all, just to put this out there, okay, he had no intent. He was a very respectful guy. He had no intentions on hitting on us. He knew we were married and everything. That he was just very respectful and such a, like, he became such a good friend in such a short period of time.
So then, you know, we ended up exchanging numbers, and then there's this one day when we met at the gym again, and I was like, babe, I'm gonna ask him. And then she was like, are you really gonna ask him? And then I was like, no, you ask him. And she was like, you ask him. Because since then we talked, we're like, man, he has beautiful eyes, he hoops, he has beautiful hair, you know, he's a very respectful guy. And then when we exchanged numbers, you know, we realized that he's a man of God. Because when we exchange numbers, he will like text randomly a quote from the Bible
every
day to just let us know that, like, you know, motivation, yeah, to motivate us and up us for that day, you know, like you know, bring positive energy.
And before we go into that, y'all, obviously RiRi and I are gonna choose, we want to choose a donor who's like, you know, we don't judge guys, like we don't say, oh, he's fine, or oh, you know, I smash him or something. But obviously we have to choose someone who we both find like handsome. So this guy was handsome. We liked his features. We would love his features on our baby because, like RiRi said, he has beautiful hair, beautiful eyes. You know, he was just like the perfect candidate, basically. And
he was a smart guy, you know. He was a man of God, like I said.
Former military,
like he was just like a great package for what we want.
For what,
you know,
for what we're looking for in a donor.
But yeah, y'all, so it came down to that one night at the gym. I remember this like it was yesterday. We ended up saying, we called him over, and it kind of took a while for us to like spit it out. Me and TriTri were like confused. Okay, I could have swore I knew what happened, and I knew that TriTri ended up calling him. We were sitting on the top of the bleachers, and he was like down below, and she ended up saying, she was like, yo, can we have you as our sperm donor? And TriTri's over here telling me a different story, but I could swear I could put money on it.
What I remember is that we called him over because obviously the girl that he exchanged numbers with, our friend, our mutual friend, she was obviously closer to him because, you know, they text here and there, and RiRi and I, we just see him when we hoop and stuff. But we were joking with our friend, the girl, that we're like, hey, you know, you should ask him to be our donor or whatever. And it was that night that we were all at the gym. So what I remember is that she went to him, you know, laughing, saying, you know, they're asking if you want to be our sperm donor because obviously he knows we're lesbian and we're married. And he said yeah. So she came back to us saying yeah, and then he ended up coming over there, and I was like, so I remember saying, so she told us, you know, you wouldn't mind being our sperm donor. That's what I remember.
I don't know. I just
either
remember,
way it goes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we ended up asking him.
Like as a joke, because, you know, obviously RiRi and I are like, you know, it's not like boom, you want to come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just a disclaimer, we've already been like friends with him for a while now. It's not like we just met him, we're like, boom, you want to be our sperm donor? Like, no, it's not that weird. But
like we said, we exchanged numbers. We got to you know, get to know each other. We hooped almost every week. Like we were at the gym almost every week, you know, to like talk to him and hoop and whatnot.
We said it at first in a joking way, but really RiRi and I was being serious, like, but he didn't know that, you know. We were laughing about it.
Yeah,
we asked him about it, and we started laughing about it. And then when he said, you know, I don't mind helping y'all out, when he said that, that's when we took it seriously. We're like, oh my gosh, babe, he's actually down for it.
Yeah. So I mean, I could be wrong, she could be wrong. I'm sure, I'm like 110% sure it went how I mentioned it. And out of all, between me and you, baby, I'm the one that remembers the most. You be forgetful. But anyways,
either way it goes.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I remember Trina asking him, you know, we were looking down and he was looking up because, like I said, we're
on the bleachers. Yeah.
And he was like, he started laughing. He's like, yeah, you know, I'm down. You know, I'm not he told us that we're not the first gay couple to ask him to, you know, for his sperm, basically. And he was like, yeah, you know, you guys are a beautiful couple. I really don't mind helping you guys. So we're like, cool, we appreciate it. And then you know, days after that, you know, he wanted to get to know us more. And like I said, he kept sending us quotes from the Bible. And I'm like, man, you know, this is really the one. Like I told TriTri, I was like, babe, we need to get you pregnant because this guy's the one.
Right.
And then, you know, days went by. He went about his business. We went about our business. You know, I was working at a time. I was so busy with the Army. And we kind of like fell off a little bit, right?
Yeah.
We fell off. I ended up deploying. And I feel like that's what really made us like kind of like fall apart completely. Because I was deploying, you know, I was downrange for like pretty much almost like, a whole freaking year.
Yeah, she was gone for like almost a year. So obviously, you know,
right.
we can't do the process or start the process if RiRi's gone because we all gotta be there. So
right.
I think that's when we lost a little bit of touch.
Yeah, and then I came back, and then maybe like a year or two after that, you know, I found out that I was getting medically discharged because my shoulder was not cooperating with me. I couldn't do physical activities with it. You know, so I ended up getting out, not by choice. I ended up getting medically discharged, and then we ended up moving here to Vegas. And then we kind of didn't think about, we didn't have thoughts about like starting a family. Like it was just, we were more focused on like building our YouTube channel, our move, and you know, just getting right over here in Vegas because it's our first time out here in Vegas, and you know, we just wanted to make sure we're good, we're straight. And then
getting settled down.
Right. And then I'm not gonna lie, recently, maybe about how many weeks ago?
Probably like 2 weeks ago.
About 2 weeks ago, maybe 3
weeks ago.
We ended up hitting him back up again, right? Because we follow each other on social media. So we ended up hitting him back up on social media, and you know, we just were straight up. We're like, hey, are you still down to be our sperm donor? Because then, you know, me and her we talked about it like 3 weeks ago. We're like, babe, are you ready? And she was like, yeah, I'm ready. And I was like, you know, I'm ready to start a family. She's only getting older. So we ended up hitting him up, and like I said, we said, hey, are you down to still be our sperm donor? And he ended up replying, you know, a couple hours later, he ended up replying. And what did he say?
He said, y'all are the most beautiful couple to ever ask me that. And then he said, of course I'm still down, but I have to see with my girl. And mind you, when we asked him years ago, he was single. He didn't have no kind of girlfriend.
He was single. And then
obviously over the course of the years, you know, he ended up being in a relationship.
And he wasn't the type of person to put like his relationship out there on social media, so we had no idea he was in a relationship. We had no idea. And then like she said, 3 weeks ago when we hit him up, you know, he's like, of course, you know, you guys are a beautiful couple, I would love to help y'all. You know, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I appreciate him because he's such a nice guy.
Yeah, even years later down the road, even after not talking for so long, he's still willing to help us, you know. And that means a lot to me and RiRi, but... Right,
and he's still a great friend of ours, you know. And then, you know, we ended up getting, you know, he told us, like, you know, I gotta ask my girlfriend. And me and Trina kind of looked at each other like, oh, shoot, you know, we didn't know he was in a relationship. But we were like, you know what, let's give it a shot. You know, if she says no, she says no. If she says yes, then it's great, it's perfect. He ended up
getting back to us 2 days.
Within 2 days, and you know, me and Trina kind of, we didn't want to bug him. We gave it a couple days because we're like, you know, this is a serious matter. We didn't want to like
serious subject.
Right, we didn't want to like force anything on his relationship, and then it kind of like, you know, ruins the relationship or whatnot.
Right, and RiRi and I are very like respectful and understanding. So we told him off the bat, like, you know, now that you have a girlfriend, you know, even if she's not cool with it, please let her know, like, that's okay with us. Where there's not gonna be no grudge, no bad blood. If she says no and she's not cool with it, that's totally understandable.
Totally understandable.
So
he ended up hitting us back up, and he told us that his girl's not with it.
Right.
You know, and I'm not gonna lie to y'all, we were kind of butthurt about it. We were kind of like sad, but we weren't mad.
Yeah,
because it was
a difference.
Completely understandable, you know. Like I said, when we first asked him if he could be our sperm donor, he was single, and then, you know, we lost track. I ended up deploying.
We ended up getting busy.
Yeah, we didn't contact him or nothing. We didn't even hoop with him after that, because we just, like, you know, like I said, he was about his business, we're about our business, and we just kept it moving. And you know, years go by, and you know, he ended up being in a relationship that we weren't tracking. And when we asked him again, you know, unfortunately it wasn't in the books for us. And we were, like I said, we were sad, but we weren't mad, because at the end of the day, we saw it as things happen for a reason. You know, God has better plans. Maybe if he was our sperm donor, you know, maybe there was gonna be some issues in the long run. So we weren't mad about it, and we completely have respect for him and his girl. 110% respect for his girl. So that's how it went.
Yeah, guys, but like we said, we understand. We were this close, like we were to the point already to where we're asking for his background, basically, because, you know, if this goes through, then we're gonna do boom boom boom, get it done and over with, you know, do the papers with the lawyer, we're gonna do the whole 9 yards, y'all.
Right.
Yeah, so we got that close to where we're already asking questions. RiRi and I were already planning to book our trip back to where he is, so we can start the whole process. But then you know, things happen for a reason,
right?
So
at the end of the day, we still have respect for him and his family.
Yeah,
we still have love for him because he's such a great friend. But yeah, we wanted to go with a known donor because, like every other gay couple out there that can relate to us, we all know that that's the cheapest route. You know, we actually hit up Dama Wilson. I'm pretty sure y'all know who Dama Wilson is. Years ago, you know,
asking her, nobody knows this,
right? Asking her questions about like
the IUI,
you know, the fertility, everything about it. And you know, she was telling us how like it's a process and it's a very expensive process. And you know, we're the types where, you know, we don't want to bring a child or children into this world if we're not financially stable. Right, so now that we feel like we have to lean more towards the fertility side, you know, we want to make sure that we're saving. We want to make sure that our savings is good for not just the fertility process, but years after that, you know, like to take care of our baby, to make our baby do this, to provide this for our baby and still be good. So and
she's like, yeah, I remember you. And then she gave us the whole spill, how much to at least have, you know, X amount, because it's not cheap, blah blah blah. So I appreciate her for that. Shout out to her. RiRi and I, obviously we would want to do the home insemination because it's, like we said, it's a lot cheaper. And I heard it's more successful to get pregnant with home rather than, you know, going to the fertility and stuff. I mean, I know I've heard stories of people saying they've been there and it took them a while to get pregnant. Like they have to do multiple shots just to get them pregnant. And every shot is a payment, y'all. Every shot, and they shot you multiple times. So then I watch all these lesbian couple on YouTube, and they're like one-time shot with the home insemination, and I'm like, you know what? It's cheaper. It's more successful. Like, you know, why spend thousands and thousands of dollars and you don't even know if you're gonna get pregnant? You know what I mean? As opposed to like hiring a lawyer, spending money just for hiring a lawyer, signing a contract, doing that, the whole stuff, and then just doing it at home. Obviously, it's a big difference in finances. Now we're just letting it all go in God's hands. You know, God has a plan for each and every one of us. Obviously, RiRi and I aren't going around and seeing a handsome guy and be like, hey, you want to bear a sperm donor? Like, we don't do that. So it took a lot out of us just to ask him to be our you know, donor, because like we said, it started off as a joke because we just wanted to see what he would say. But you know, it's kind of awkward, like trying to ask a guy to be your like sperm donor. As of right now, y'all, we're kind of in a hiatus with the whole baby thing. I know a lot of you guys always ask, you know, where's your baby, or why are you not pregnant yet? And that's the reason, y'all. So, you know, we're just picking and choosing wisely, y'all. We're not just being like, you know, just do this guy because he's down to do it. You know, like, we're not just trying to get just any guy, y'all. We're like, RiRi and I are kind of like picky with it, and we have like high standards. You know, obviously we want the best for our child. So, but yeah, at the end of the day, y'all, like I said, you know, me and my wife are just living it up to God. Yes. We have so much love and respect for that person that was supposed to be our donor and his family, 100%. You know, there's no bad blood. Like I said, when he told us that answer, we were sad, but then we weren't mad because it was very understandable. You know, we have respect. You have a girl now, and you know, you can't make decisions on your own now. You know, it's between y'all two. So no bad blood with them. No bad blood, no one, period. You know, we're just gonna keep it moving, and we're gonna keep working. We're gonna keep praying. We're gonna keep manifesting. And when that day comes, and we're gonna share that moment with y'all. Yeah, we're gonna appreciate every single moment and share that moment with y'all. Trust me, y'all, we can't wait to share that moment with y'all. And you know, like RiRi said, we're just gonna keep praying for that day. So all my prayer warriors out there, go ahead and be praying for us, because we could use all the prayers. God is real, y'all. God is real, and I've seen a lot of miracles that he has done. So I'm gonna keep it pushing, keep it moving until that day. Right. God's timing is the best timing. So, and RiRi and I are strong believers in things happen for a reason. So, you know, whatever the reason may be for that happening to us, so let it be. Strong believer when it comes to things happening for a reason, y'all. And there had to be a reason behind that. But anyways, if you guys enjoyed this video, go ahead, give it a thumbs up. If you guys didn't, that's cool.
Don't forget to follow us on our social media.
So shout out the day goes to Tiana Smallwood. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for the love and support.
And to everyone else, really cannot thank you guys enough. We really, truly appreciate each and every one of y'all. We'll see y'all in the next video.
TriTri and RiRi, we love you guys, and we are out. Peace and God bless.
You mind to talk a minute? Was this what you was planning? Be honest, you want it. Come on, get up, I want it. Hands full of innocence.